Savannah Riverboat. A narrated cruise on the Savannah River, c. 2026. Type help for commands, and read schedule for today's sailings. River, Savannah Bell, today's sailings, 1 o'clock the cannon cruise, includes a cannon salute at Fort Jackson, 3:30 the afternoon cruise, 7 o'clock the sunset cruise. Every cruise runs west to the Talmadge Bridge, then down to Old Fort Jackson. Board the cruise you'd like. First deck, dining room. The first deck dining room, white-clothed tables and a low-country buffet, windows framing the cobblestones of River Street. A stairway leads up. Second deck, dining room. A second, airier dining room, its tall windows looking out on the historic River Street storefronts. Stairs lead up and down. Obvious exits, up, down. Third deck, sightseeing lounge. The air-conditioned sightseeing lounge, wrapped in panoramic glass, cool and quiet above the waterfront bustle. Stairs lead up and down. Obvious exits, up. Fourth deck, open-air deck. The breezy open-air top deck. Captain Mike is at the wheel, and off the rail stand the golden dome of City Hall, the old Cotton Exchange, and the waving girl statue on her lonely wall. Fourth deck, open-air deck. The open-air deck amid the working river, container ships and tugboats on every side, the Talmadge Bridge climbing into the sky ahead. Continue west toward the bridge, stairs lead down. Captain Mike stands at the wheel, narrating the tour. Obvious exits, west, down. Captain Mike, off to starboard lies the port of Savannah, one of the busiest in the nation. Towering container ships ride the channel while stout tugboats shoulder them to their berths. Fourth deck, open-air deck. The open-air deck beneath the Talmadge Memorial Bridge, its pale cable soaring overhead. Captain Mike brings the boat about here for the slow rundown river, head east and he'll walk you through Savannah's history all the way to Old Fort Jackson. Stairs lead down. Captain Mike stands at the wheel, narrating the tour. Obvious exits, east, down. Captain Mike, overhead soars the Talmadge Memorial Bridge, its cables strung like a harp above the river. Here we come about for the slow rundown river, head east to continue to Old Fort Jackson. Fourth deck, open-air deck. The open-air deck off historic downtown Savannah, the old city drifting slowly past. Continue east toward Old Fort Jackson, stairs lead down. Captain Mike stands at the wheel, narrating the tour. Obvious exits, east, down. Captain Mike, Savannah was founded in 1733 by General James Oglethorpe, the last of the 13 colonies, laid out in that famous grid of leafy squares you can still walk today. That gold dome is City Hall, beside it stands the old Cotton Exchange, from the days when Savannah set the world's price for cotton. And from this very river, in 1819, the SS Savannah steamed off to become the first steamship to cross the Atlantic. Fourth deck, open-air deck. The open-air deck along the eastern riverfront, riverside refineries, great heat piles and 3 tall silos, slide past as Old Fort Jackson comes into view downriver. Continue east, stairs lead down. Captain Mike stands at the wheel, narrating the tour. Obvious exits, east, down. Captain Mike, that little white figure on the point is the waving girl, Florence Martis, who for 44 years greeted every ship entering the port, waving a handkerchief by day and a lantern by night. These marshes carried Savannah's cotton and naval stores out to the world. Captain Mike, now, those refineries coming up on the bank, that's my favorite. See those big piles? That's the cereal. And those 3 tall silos yonder? Whole milk, oat milk, and skim. Biggest bowl of breakfast on the Georgia coast. All we're missing is a spoon the size of the Talmadge Bridge. Old Fort Jackson. The boat rounds a marshy bend to Old Fort Jackson, its brick ramparts standing guard where the river narrows. Obvious exits, west. Captain Mike, Old Fort Jackson ahead is one of the oldest standing brick forts in the nation, guarding this bend of the river since the War of 1812 and held by Confederate defenders through the Civil War. At Old Fort Jackson a cannon crew in period dress touches off the great gun, BOOM, a plume of white smoke and a salute that rolls across the water and thumps in your chest. With the cannon's echo still fading over the marsh, Captain Mike brings the boat about for the run home to River Street. You have won. Your score is 25 of a possible 25, in 10 moves. Type restart to play again. You've already won. Type restart to play again.